Hey, thanks for joining me on the first day of the week, first day of the month of May. US stock markets have been kind to us. The trades worked well again on Friday, selling into resistance level. I think we picked the high for the day on Friday, and the market's absolutely plunged. So that was a nice trade. That's worked. I still think that this is a developing bear trend for the US markets. We are down a lot already from the all-time high, but I think this is just the beginning. I think that we're going to have to test the sort of 32,000 area for the US 30 for the Dow Jones. I think maybe it'll hold the first time, but I think eventually it'll break, and then we will start to get some real moves to the downside. This for me is just all preparation and all building a reversal pattern for a significant move to the downside at some stage in this year. I can't tell you the exact timing. That's something that technical analysis doesn't always tell you, but we need to be on our toes, because when this happens, I think we're in for a serious crash. Okay, Nasdaq has already actually moved much further significantly to the downside, of course, and we could even be breaking down now. 12,900 really needs to hold for the Nasdaq. Break below 12,800, I think we say goodbye to the bulls and we start accelerating to the downside. We could bounce for now. We have the FOMC meeting in minutes on Wednesday. We've got the non-farm payroll number on Friday. So maybe the bears will hold fire until they see that sort of, see what's going on with those important events. And then if there is a trigger from that, maybe that will push the stock markets down significantly. But I think eventually, and I think sooner rather than later, we are going to start to see some acceleration to the downside. Germany 40, well, we had this big drop, we've recovered. Germany 40 actually holding up quite well compared to the US markets. It's really a case of US markets catching up with Europe. Would be interesting, wouldn't it, to know if this is one huge head and shoulders pattern. If I can just scrunch that chart up, there we go. Well, I could certainly argue that this is a head and shoulders pattern if I was to draw a trend line there. Anyway, look, let's go back to the daily chart. The other markets I want to show you is Aussie yen. So the Japanese yen has been on a tear, but more recently we've been trading sideways, not a surprise. And I'm wondering if this could be a head and shoulders pattern in the Aussie yen. And the dollar yen, I'm surprised at this red candle on Friday. We burst up through what I believed was a bull flag. That's your buy signal. Okay, we did meet the target of the bull flag, but you would have thought that we could have continued higher on Friday. And the fact we didn't makes me wonder whether this is really running out of steam. I know I've said that before, and then we broke higher, but well, I have to wait for a pattern to develop now. So I can't say sell the dollar yen, but I've got it in my head that this is running out of steam. And when you look at the euro yen, there we go. This could also be a head and shoulders pattern that we're looking at developing. So for me, it's a wait and see game in the Forex markets, really. The euro versus the US dollar has plunged. It seems to be stable a little bit, at least after Friday. There's no buy signal here, though, so I can't suggest a longs. I can't say that after such a steep drop, the euro is going to start making some ground up against the dollar. There's no indication of that. So it is, for me, still a case of wait and sell into any strength. Same for cable, really. Gold, always like to look at gold. That worked beautifully for us last week. We picked the low for the week. We picked the high on the bounce to 1920, 1925. It was tricky to sell at 1920, to be honest. We didn't quite get there, did we? 1919.70. So you'd had to have gotten a little bit below my sell level to actually have taken advantage of that trade. Well done if you did. I certainly didn't. I think that's it now. Yeah, it is a bit of a wait and see game, but I don't mind doing that because Mondays for the last few weeks have been tricky and I think we've lost money. So I don't want to do that and then have to spend the rest of the week making it up before we get into a profit, which unfortunately has been the case in two or three of the recent weeks. I want to just take it easy on the Monday, see if we can take some money on some fairly simple trades and then wait for some opportunities into the middle and end of the week. Okay, thanks for joining me. Good luck if you are trading today, and we'll have another chat tomorrow morning.